So again, as you can see, we have background and problems. So first of all, let's read this one and then, of course, we talk about problems. Nikos Takakis is the CEO of Lightwire, an Australian manufacturer of electrical appliances. During the last 3 years, his general manager, Carl Thompson, has turned Lightwire around from being a loss-making company into a highly profitable organization with an exciting range of new products. Both men want the company to grow as fast as possible. So what problem? Recently, a number of problems have arisen involving Carl Thompson. About 3 months ago, Bob Dexter, a senior manager, spoke to Nikos Takakis in the staff restaurant and gave him some worrying information about Carl. So let's listen to the conversation and note down what they say. Well, let me share. Okay, 11.6. Okay, let's listen.
Recording 11.6.
A bit of information now, Nichols, I think you ought to know. Carl often has lunches with Monica Kaminsky, the design manager of Rochester Electronics, our main competitor.
Monica Kaminsky? Really? That's something I didn't know.
Yes, and she often phones him at work. She has long chats with him. I've no idea what they talk about.
Am I reading you right? Are you saying there's something going on between them? You know.
Well, since you ask, you know, Carl got divorced last year. There's a rumour going round Monica's more than just an acquaintance. I thought you might like to know that. Someone saw them together at a cinema last Saturday. It looked as if they...
Thanks, Bob. I've heard enough. I won't be saying anything to Carl about this. It's his business. I trust him to keep his personal and business life separate.
OK. I won't say anything more then. What are you having for lunch?
Well, so where's the problem? Could you hear?
Yeah, can you play it again?
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's so hard to follow.
Of course.
Recording 11.6.
A bit of information now, Nichols, I think you ought to know. Carl often has lunches with Monica Kaminsky, the design manager of Rochester Electronics, our main competitor.
Monica Kaminsky? Really? That's something I didn't know.
Yes, and she often phones him at work. She has long chats with him. I've no idea what they talk about.
Am I reading you right? Are you saying there's something going on between them? You know.
Well, since you ask, you know, Carl got divorced last year. There's a rumour going round Monica's more than just an acquaintance. I thought you might like to know that. Someone saw them together at a cinema last Saturday. It looked as if they...
Thanks, Bob. I've heard enough. I won't be saying anything to Carl about this. It's his business. I trust him to keep his personal and business life separate.
OK. I won't say anything more then. What are you having for lunch?
Well, so what's the problem? So it's about a relationship between Carl and Monica Kaminsky, who is the design manager at Rochester Electronics, a competitor company, another company. So actually, you know, they're worried if the relationship can affect maybe their work or, for example, their job or no. But of course, manager believes and trusts. So what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Just tell me what you heard. The word that you heard.
Yeah, I in the conversation I heard that they discuss about the build a restaurant and discuss about a chef who will help them to maintain to cook or to prepare.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
now I give you some words, okay,
Yeah.
and then play it again.
Yeah.
Listen and try to hear these words, okay? And then let's see. I think it will be more understandable. So the first one, the word actually, okay, relationship with Monica Kaminsky. And who is Monica Kaminsky? Design manager at Rochester Electronics. Okay, and maybe it's business related relationship because he recently divorced. Oh. Okay, and another word that I think maybe and cinema. Together, this word can be helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now listen again. Okay.
Yes.
Recording 11.6.
A bit of information now, Nichols, I think you ought to know. Carl often has lunches with Monica Kaminsky, the design manager of Rochester Electronics, our main competitor.
Monica Kaminsky? Really? That's something I didn't know.
Yes, and she often phones him at work. She has long chats with him. I've no idea what they talk about.
Am I reading you right? Are you saying there's something going on between them? You know.
Well, since you ask, you know, Carl got divorced last year. There's a rumour going round Monica's more than just an acquaintance. I thought you might like to know that. Someone saw them together at a cinema last Saturday. It looked as if they...
Thanks, Bob. I've heard enough. I won't be saying anything to Carl about this. It's his business. I trust him to keep his personal and business life separate.
OK, I won't say anything more then. What are you having for lunch?
Well, how about now?
Yeah. The first Nikon introduced about the Monica Kaminsky, and the first thing he said that his Cam has experience in design manager at Rochester Electronics.
Of course.
And the second thing is he said that he had recently divorced, so he can focus and more and his work.
Of course, it's like, and because actually the company is a competitor, like, you know, maybe they share some information, some maybe, yeah, that of course that should be kept, like, you know, a secret. So maybe they share, maybe it's not really good for, I don't know, their, I don't know, the process of their job, or is this something related to their business? So because of this, but actually manager believes that no, they can have personal lives, and actually there is nothing with it. So it's like, it's his business. So he knows if he want to have any relationship with anyone, but actually it doesn't affect his job. So this is about this audio. Okay. And now, a few weeks later, Nikos Takakis found out by chance that Carl had advised a friend to buy share in Livewire just before it announced some excellent annual results. Profit had risen by almost 30%. Livewire's share price rocketed and the friend made a quick profit. So that's really good. Okay. Well, and now let's see. So again, we have an email. So this morning, Nikos Takakis received the following email from Valerie Hopper, personal assistant to Carl Thompson. Valerie joined Livewire just over a year ago. In the beginning, she seems to be an outstanding employee, but more recently, she has been having difficulties working with Carl. So again, we have a complaint about Carl Thompson. So let's see what problem is. Okay, could you please read this one and tell me what the problem is?
Yeah.
What is the complaint? Yeah.
PA mean product manager.
Yeah.
PA.
Yeah. What? Product manager?
Yeah.
No, of course, PA. If you say PM, of course, we can say product manager, but PA, so do you have any other idea about P? Product is okay. For example, it can be, but another one, do you have any?
Assistant.
Personal assistant. So it's personal, yeah? Of course.
Personal assistant. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Carl actually caused a lot of troubles, so he want to be in relationship with everyone. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
Yeah, problem that's Valerie said that his boss, her boss, Carl Thomas, want to have a good personal relationship with her, so she don't want that. After that, he said that he saw that Carl is not integrity because he don't report real in about the performance of Valerie, and yeah, and I think a big problem that Carl wants to be good relationship with Valerie, but she don't want. So after that, Carl So some personal characteristic is not fit with her.
Yeah, of course. It's like, after she refused him, she didn't want, of course.
Yeah.
Maybe he has been treating Valerie really badly. So, and the problem is here, unfortunately, Carl has no control on his behavior. So it's like, yeah. And now you are members of Livewire's board of directors. Hold a meeting to discuss what action to take on the following issues. Carl's relationship with Monica Kaminsky, design manager for a rival competitor company. His advice to a friend to buy share in Livewire. And the possible leak of information concerning the can opener and Valerie Harper's email. But let's listen to the conversation between Carl and Monica and make some notes. And of course, let's see. I think it will be helpful.
Recording 11.7.
I can't believe what you're saying, Carl. I'm really shocked. I thought we had a good relationship. Why on earth do you want us to break up? I don't get it.
Well, we've had some good times together, I know, but...
But?
Well, it's about work, really. I mean, we work for rival companies, and that's a problem. A very big problem, actually.
Oh? What do you mean? Problem?
Think about it. We often talk about things that happen at work. You can't help it, but I think we talk too much about work sometimes, and that's not good.
I don't know. I think we talk about all kinds of things, not just work. That'd be boring.
Yes, but I still feel I talked too much about work in the past.
Ah, I see. You're referring to...
Yeah, the DC-01 can opener. I seem to remember I told you quite a lot about the problems we'd had designing it, and how we solved them. That information could have been very useful to your company, let's face it.
Listen, Carl, are you accusing me of using that information to help us design our can opener? Because if you are, oh, that's so unfair.
I'm not accusing you of anything, but some of my colleagues are sure I leaked information to you. They don't think I'm trustworthy, and that's making life very difficult for me.
Sorry, Carl. I can't stop people talking. Should I say gossiping? Anyway, you didn't have to sign a confidentiality agreement, so what are you worrying about?
No, I didn't, but I don't want to get a reputation. I think we need to separate for a while. At least until people have forgotten about the DC-01 can opener.
I see. I'm disappointed with you, Carl. I get the feeling you don't trust me anymore. I didn't think you were such a weak person, so easily influenced by people. Maybe you're right. Maybe we should go our own ways for a while.
Well, okay, now. So Carl's relationships with Monica Kaminsky, design manager. So according to the audio, do you have any advice, for example, or I don't know, so you want to take some actions, to solve issues. So the first issue, so what would you recommend?
I have a question. The task in 1 and 2 is similar together, and the first task similar with email from Valeria and Nikos, right?
Actually this is the first task. This one you mean is similar to this email?
Yes.
You mean? So of course now you are it's something like some unreal situation. It's about the problem. Okay, but now you want to make decision. So you are a members, and now actually we're gonna hold a meeting and to discuss what action to take on the following issues. The first issue, according to the email and according to the text, Carl's relationship with Monica Kaminsky. And then, of course, he advised his friend to buy shares in Livewire. And of course, the next one, the possible leak of information concerning the can opener. And the last one, Valerie Harper's email. So we have 4 problems here. So the last one, of course, was mentioned here. And we have another issues that we heard, of course. So about the first one, tell me about this relationship. What advice would you give?
For the third one,
the first one, yeah, relationship with Monica. Do you have, I don't know, so any idea about, so for example, do you think, so this relationship can affect their job? So they need to, of course, they need to break up immediately, stop going out, stop, for example, meeting each other, you think? Or no, you think it's really normal, so it doesn't affect?
Yeah, I think it's problem.
Yeah.
Because Carp is general. Carp, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Carp is a manager in the company, right? So so if he can have a relationship with a rival company, it may take some risk for the company in some new design or new business strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we if I a board member, I actually I didn't take action for fire him for now, but I will keep him in a short time to find someone else can handle his work, and after that I can take action for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, actually, so we have here we have 2 relationships. So the first one, Monica, that's actually the last one about Valerie Harper. Do you think so? Actually, I'm not going to talk about these problems. I want to ask another question. So, do you think having this actually type of employee, whether they work very well, so you think that, okay, yeah, so do you think it can be something like harmful? It can harm, so for example, to your business?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
But I think that it is another case.
Of course.
Yeah, I only analytics, and I only in my viewpoint falls a that means car relationship with Monica Kaminsky. Yeah.
Of course. And you know, it can cause, so actually the other problems, so can be actually consequences of the first one, leaking information. So maybe you are sharing some information with someone who, I don't know, maybe it's untrusted, not trusted. So it's like, yeah, maybe some problems. Okay, well, we have a writing here, but of course, it was something that you need to write if you want to write a letter to Carl Thompson and informing him of any action you're going to take concerning him. So you need to write this email.
Yeah.
Boris, but now you are busy, I know, so maybe later if you have time. So it will be really good to write your actually ideas if you have any suggestion. So if you can, I don't know, offer any solution to the for these issues, so you can write your email. So it's like, you know, you want to take any actions to deal with and tackle this issue. So we skip this writing, so since you don't have time, but right, you know, whenever, just, you know, tell me when you have time, just tell me. You need to practice. Writing is important. But we have some questions, so we're going to talk about leadership. So, okay, tell me about leaders. So, which modern or historical leaders do you most admire? Or which do you admire the least? Why? So let's talk about leadership and leaders. So if you want to name someone, if you want to name a really, of course, so someone who has had a really big impact on maybe, for example, and his or her business, since she or he was really good leader. Who?
I think I like Ferguson. Do you know him? Do you know Manchester United?
Of course, of course. But you know, I'm not a big fan of. Of course, but I know because you know some names. You know, I know. Yeah, of course.
He is a very famous leader with very strong leadership.
Right.
Yeah, because he will build church and from his team in every match. So so I saw him very take care and support his and and I think he is a leader with very strong leadership.
Yeah, of course. Actually, we have some modern leaders, we have historical leaders. So, for example, I don't know, in the past, king, queen, so of course they were present, and in the present time, we have president, we have principal, so chairman, okay. Well, let me ask you, comparing past and present, which one do you think, past leaders or present leaders, so which one do you think had more challenging and more difficult position in past or present? For example, a king in the past, a president in present. So which one do you think?
Yeah, I think there are some different from a king and a president. They all are the leader of a country or a land.
Of course.
Yeah, and they stronger people in their country and long and make and they have a lot of responsibility with her resident with their resident and their country.
Of course.
Yeah, but they have different challenge in the king century. I think they can do and take really action.
Of course.
Lot of action, but they it had to get feedback from their resident
Yeah.
to know and to reflection about their policy or someone like that.
Of course, of course. And because you have kids, I'm asking that. Whose job is more challenging? School principal, manager at a company? Which one? Whose job is more difficult, do you think? School principal or, I don't know, a manager at a company?
School manager?
Yeah, of course, principal manager. Yeah, of course. Which one?
I think they are something different from two position, but I think school principal, right?
Definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, definitely agree with you.
Yeah, because they have to follow a lot of goal and lot of rule
Of course.
in education. Yeah.
Of course, actually the target, two different targets, like, the first one, children, having lots of issues with children, students, and at the same time, parents. So for example, when you work at a company, of course, you work with some people. So you have, I don't know, there's some employees, so you work together and they know actually they are experts or they work in the same field. But when you work at school, of course, it's difficult to manage everything. So, and follow what parents and children want. So that is really difficult. Well, what makes a great leader? So we have, first of all, let's talk about these words. We have some words with some adjectives. So one by one, let's discuss them, and then let's see which one can make a great leader. Okay, the first one, decisive. So it's like, when you are decisive, you have power of deciding. So this is the meaning of this word, okay? And if I want to give you a good synonym for decisive, I say determinative. So when you are determined, when you know what to do, when you can easily make decision and decide, so you are decisive. So do you think it's important?
Yeah, if I have to pick 4 to 5 characteristic of a leader in this table, I think the first thing is passionate.
Of course. So the second one, so being charismatic. So it was like, I didn't know, attractive. So personally, and of course, I'm talking about physically and personally. So when you are attractive, when you have charisma, like, charisma, you are charismatic. So do you think it's important and it can make a great leader?
Yes, I think so.
So, of course. And cautious, it means aware, it means careful about avoiding danger. So you know what to do. You don't take risks. So cautious can be aware and careful about avoiding danger.
I think it's not good for a leader because every day leader face to some difficulty issue and they have to make decision when they don't have full of the information. So I think if the caution people they very hard to make decision in that situation.
Of course, maybe it's better to be more adventurous. Do you agree? So of course, it's better to be more adventurous, to take some risk. So I do agree with you. And we have this one, aggressive. So you know that aggressive means showing anger, or I don't know, like, some people show that they want to attack all the people. So I don't know, speaking or I don't know, treating in a way that's like, they're all the time angry, and they talk in a high position. They say, okay, I'm angry, or for example, I'm willing to attack you. So that is the meaning of aggressive. So it can be kind of sort of angry. So how about this one?
I think it's not good for a leader because the leader should have to balance each other in their team. So
Of
so
course.
I think if they do something aggressive, they make team is not stable.
Of course, it's like, for example, tough but fair. Maybe, you can be really serious, but not aggressive. You should be fair, okay? So you know when. So sometimes being friendly, of course, flexible maybe is better. Okay, and we have this one that is magnetic. So it's really good. So, really attractive. Actually, some people have extraordinary ability to attract other people. So I think, and we say they have magnetic personality.
Yeah.
So like charismatic, a good synonym, attractive, a good synonym. So what do you think about this one? Of course, because you said that charismatic is good, but I'm not sure about magnetic. So maybe a higher level of charisma, do you think is essential?
Sorry, I missed some. Can you say it again?
Of course. Well, magnetic is extraordinary ability to attract people. Good synonyms: charismatic, attractive. So you said being charismatic, of course, is important, but magnetic means, extraordinary, like, wow, you say he is really or she is really charismatic. So do you think it's essential? Too much?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
They attract some people, so I think they are magnetic.
Yeah, of course, maybe, but it depends, I think. So because, we will talk about, men and women leadership. So maybe it's a bit slightly maybe different. Okay, informal. So you know that formal, informal. So how about this one?
I think it's depend on leadership style. Someone they want to inform, and someone they feel free when they are in freestyle and informal.
Of course, it depends on, of course, maybe the method that works. You think, okay. And the next one, that is passionate. So
very important,
of course, very important. Adventurous, as we discussed, I think important, and you said yes. And energetic, that is really important, not only for leadership. So do you think being energetic? Of course. And and this one, ruthless. What is this one? It's
Can
like
you explain me about your
of course, ruthless, like cruel, being unkind. So, and, of course, so it's like, this one. So, for example, if you say that we have ruthless behavior, when you show no compassion, when you show no mercy, you actually, I don't know, you are very harsh, strict. So it's like, because I don't know, they do anything that is necessary to achieve what they want. So this is the meaning of ruthless. Yeah. How about this one?
About the rules-led or acceptable.
Ruthless.
Yeah, I think it okay for a leader. Yeah, because
Say,
Yeah.
but I think, let me explain, that is really important. You are a leader.
Yeah.
You are a manager, and you step on others to win at any cost. So any cost. So do you think it's okay?
No.
So, so because of this, it's not really good because, you know, yeah, when you have no pity, so it means everything is okay. I do everything to achieve what I want, and no matter if I step on others. So
Yeah, but I think people or a leader who have already ruthless in her or his person. I think they may do, and they always to get their goal. Although they make something is not ethical, not
yeah,
fit with being it ethical, and something ethical, ethical. So
actually,
yeah,
I get your point. I get
yeah,
your point. But you know, actually, the problem is the method. Of course, I know that they are determined.
yeah.
They, of course, so I do agree. And just, you know, ruthless is an adjective. And if you want to use, they have ruthlessness, that is a noun. So this way you can use it. Okay, when they have ruthlessness, but here is ruthless. They are. I am ruthless. It means I do everything to achieve my goal. So, and I pay any cost. So, of course, it's a bit actually, you know, because there is no kindness here. Maybe the problem is here, but of course, I partly agree with you. Being strong, being determined. So, but, you know, actually a bit, but sometimes they make some unpleasant decisions, you know, because
Yeah,
they don't care. So,
yeah.
maybe. And this one, accessible. So what you
Can,
are, of
yeah,
course,
can you explain me
of course.
acceptable? Yeah.
So you are actually accessible can be used for things, and now we are talking about people. For things, for example, when we say water is accessible, it means it's able to be used. It's able to be reached by people. Here we are talking about people. It means when you are accessible, it means you are able to be reached easily. Whenever I need you, so I can easily reach you. I can easily talk to you. I can easily, for example, enter your room and talk. So this is accessible. So when something is accessible, means it's actually able to be used or reached. For example, internet is accessible everywhere. It means you have it everywhere. You can easily have it. But when we have people, it means you can easily reach this person, talk to this person.
Yeah.
So this is the meaning accessible, yeah.
That mean accessible, similar with openness, openness,
Organized?
openness.
Oh, no. It's like open is slightly different. No. So when you, for example, open policy, yes. Open policy, yes, but open, no. Open policy, yes. For example, open door policy. Do you remember that we discussed? It's like, okay, my doors are open, so you can easily talk to me. So of course, you can easily text me if you have, yeah, accessible. So this way, but open is totally different. Open person, yes, somehow.
Or how about uh, um, and or how about the easygoing?
No,
It,
easygoing, no, just totally different. So
yeah,
accessible means available. If I
yeah.
want to give you like available, I'm available at any time. But easygoing is the opposite of strict, and you know, some people are really strict. Easygoing means I don't know, I take everything easy. I didn't perceive that one is totally different. This one is I'm available. When you need me as a manager, as a, for example, boss, I'm all the time be with you. So this is the meaning of reachable, available, or accessible. Totally different. Yeah. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, well, so do you think it's important?
Yeah, I think very important because every day they have to decode and they can get information from each other in her or his team. So
Of course.
So accessible very important together.
Of course, being accessible is really important. Being available, accessible, available is really important. Of course. Yeah. Well, and the next one that is thoughtful. So you can guess the meaning of this. When you think,
not yet.
Not yet. No, you don't know the meaning of this?
Yes.
Okay, let me explain.
I have seen, but I think I have to explain more clear.
Of course. It means you think, you know that thought come from think. So it's like when you take thought for the comfort and the good of others, I think about others. I care my, for example, employees' comfort. So this is I'm thoughtful, not only about, for example, when you are a thoughtful person in family, you think about others' benefits, good, and for example, comfort. So
yes.
Yeah.
It okay. It need for a leader.
Yeah, of course. And flexible. This one.
It's okay.
Of course, you are able to change, you accept changes. So I think, yes, you need. And this one, persuasive. So you know that the ability, okay, to persuade people, persuasive. So for example, yeah, of course, when I can persuade you, convince you, okay, to believe, to do something that I want, I'm persuasive. So
and persuasive similar with negotiative.
Negotiate. Actually, it's slightly different. It's slightly different because you know, negotiative. It's something like when something or is can be negotiated. So we say negotiation. But this one is persuasive. Persuade, convince. So I can persuade you, I can persuade you, I can make you actually believe me to do what I want. So this one is slightly different.
Yeah.
So how about this one?
It's it should have for a leader.
Yeah. Of course, it's good. Really, for a leader is good.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, when you can convince people, so it means maybe you have actually this one, like you actually, you know, I don't know, glib tongue. So I will talk about this one because they're good words. It's like, you know, you can affect, you can impress, you know, people. Yeah, that's really good. And motivating.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, really good.
Yeah. And we have impulsive.
I think not.
Yeah, of course. A leader needs to think about everything and plan for everything. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And this one, opportunistic. So opportunistic, like when you use opportunities.
Yeah.
Every opportunity, you are opportunistic. So how about this one?
Yeah, really good because market change every day very quickly. So the businessman and leader, they all want to find opportunity and and get it every time.
Yeah. So I think so. I think so. when you can take advantage of opportunities, I think, yeah, of course, you can be really successful. So opportunistic is really important, and open. So as we discussed, open person. So
Good.
yeah, of course. Yeah, I think when you are able to listen, to accept, when you actually maybe have an open mind, you have tolerance. So of course, it's really good. Well, so we learned these adjectives. Do you have any questions related to these words?
No, I don't.
Okay, very good. Well, and now let's see.
I think we can we finish
Of
session early? Yeah.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Well, so we skip this part for the next session. And you will be absent on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Of course, yes. Okay,
I
so
think it's last time I absent the
it's
class.
okay. Don't worry about it. It's because of your business, your job. So don't worry at all. So it's no problem at all. Thank you and have a great day and see you.
Thank you.
You're
Goodbye.
welcome. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Yeah.